Okay, guys, so let's have a conversation. I'm gonna be super vulnerable with you guys in this vlog, and whatever comes up, comes up. And I want to talk about what this show really means to me.
When I say I'm gonna do something, it's already done. I'm coming for overall men's physique champion at Summer Shredding in October 2023. This is redemption.
I feel like my whole life I've been looked over, you know? Growing up with, you know, in a home where I didn't have my dad around, and growing up as the only black member of my family, it put me through a lot of struggle. It always made me feel like I wasn't enough. And so my whole life I've been trying to fill this void of feeling like I'm not enough, and feeling like I need to prove myself. And I think that that is what drives me on a day-to-day basis, is this need to prove to other people that I'm this person, you know, that I'm I'm worthy and I deserve love. And I remember when I was 14 years old, and I asked this girl out, and this is I already felt like a reject up until 14 years old. I didn't really have a lot of friends when I was younger. I was kind of the fat kid that people picked on. And at 14 years old, I remember asking this girl out, and she laughed in my face and ended up dating this skinny fucking skater dude. And I literally remember being I'm so fucking sick of people looking over me. You know, I'm so fucking sick of being looked over. I'm so fucking sick of feeling like I'm not enough. And so I just decided to lose the weight. I just decided. And I remember when I would go for these, I would literally go for runs around my trailer park when I was 14 years old, fat as hell, just running around the trailer park. And I would envision myself on stage as a men's fitness model. And when I envisioned myself on stage as a men's fitness model, initially I wanted to be a Numa runway model. I don't know if you guys were around when Numa was a fucking thing, but I was I'm gonna be a Numa runway model. And I literally just imagined myself being this runway model. I just imagined it. It was just this thing that just pushed me. And that's what I did, is I just pushed, I pushed, and I ran to lose the weight. And I was almost running from my old self, you know? It's every time I would go for a run, I was running away from my insecurity. I was running away to I was just running just to get it out. And I feel I almost feel I did for a while. I feel I did. I feel you know, I started to get really fit. I started playing football. I became the captain of the team. We went to city finals, and I still felt good. But on the inside, there was something missing. There was something missing. There was this feeling that was missing, and I didn't know what was missing. I didn't know, I just felt empty. It's I could get jacked. I could get girls now. I could play football, but I still felt something was missing. And then I would get all these people that, even though this is what I didn't understand, okay? When I was younger, I got rejected because I wasn't enough. I felt I wasn't enough. I wasn't fit enough. I wasn't funny enough. I wasn't jacked enough. I wasn't good looking enough. And then when I ended up getting success and I started to do well for myself, it's almost I was confused, because I thought that when I got success, that would mean that everybody loved me. And that's what I tried to do. When I built Aesthetic Nation, I literally tried to build it so that everybody would love me. I'm I just want to give so much value, and I just want to love up on people. I just want to give people as much value as I possibly can. But yet again, people hated on it. And it's almost no matter how many people I saw that loved me, I still saw these fucking people that hated and talk shit. And I had people that would literally follow me around the city talking shit. And every time they would talk shit, it would just trigger that insecurity. You're not good enough. You're not giving enough. You're not good enough. You're not worthy of being an online coach. You're not worthy of serving these people. And so I'd get so angry, and I'd get defensive, and I'd fight, 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 and I'd my whole fucking life I felt I wasn't good enough. My whole life. And I feel I thought making $10,000 a month was gonna make me feel good enough. I thought making $1 million in a year was gonna make me feel good enough. I thought making $1 million in a month was gonna make me feel good enough. None of those things filled the void. None of them. Zero. Nada. Nien. This prep finally taught me what I needed. Like this has been the lesson that I've learned. And all of those feelings that I so desperately craved from everybody else was just the feelings that I needed to give to myself. Like I just needed to give it to myself, you know? Like I just needed to tell myself, like, you're good enough. Like you are enough. You deserve this shit. And for the first time in my life, I feel proud of myself. And don't get me wrong, like I'm proud of all the things that I've like done in my life. Like I'm proud that I've built Pizza Dom to the level that's at. I'm proud that I've gotten to impact so many fucking students. I'm proud of like the growth that I've achieved in the last few years. But like this is the first time in my life where I genuinely feel proud of myself, because this prep pushed me to the breaking point, and then I went another mile. Like 3 weeks ago, I had a mental breakdown during my virtual event. I literally woke up on Sunday morning and I looked at Kirsten and I was like, I can't do this. She's like, what? I'm like, I can't. Like, I can't get out of bed. I can't talk to these people. I can't do this prep. I can't do this. I can't. I'm like, I can't do this. And I just kept showing up. My weight wasn't responding. I was doing an hour and a half of cardio a day, eating 1,900 calories because I was traveling so much and nothing was happening, and I just didn't fucking stop. Literally all the cards were against me, and if I would have dropped out of the show, everybody in my life would have understood, but I made the commitment and I just did not fucking stop. And I finally realized like what my actual superpower is. Like my superpower is I just never fucking stop. I just never stop. And it doesn't matter what the universe throws at me. It doesn't matter what God throws at me. It doesn't matter what haters throw at me. It doesn't matter how many people follow me around the internet and talk shit. It doesn't fucking matter, because you cannot fucking stop me. And once I realized that, I was like, yo, it was a moment, it was like this week actually. I was like, I was one of my last cardio sessions, and every day for my cardio session while I was in Houston, I pushed myself a little bit harder, because you guys know what I'm fucking like on this channel. I don't just come to compete. I came here to win. And so every cardio session I did, I was like pushing a little bit harder and just a little bit harder and just a little bit harder. And there was one cardio session, it was like 5 days ago, where I literally was like, I had zero energy. Like we're talking negative. I had been on 4 low days, and I jogged to Alphaland and jogged back, which is about a 3.5 kilometer run there and back. And then when I got back, I literally could have turned the corner and went home, but I was like, fuck that, you came to win. And I literally turned around and jogged back and then jogged back. And I was like, I was already done. I was at the point where I was like barely walk jogging, and I had nothing, and I was drenched in sweat, and I had no energy. And here I was, and I like refused, like my will refused to stop. I refused to walk, and I was just jogging. And then I burst out laughing. And I was like, this is why you're Brian Mark, motherfucker. Because nobody else is willing to do this shit. I think that all of us experience adversity, you know? And my story is different than yours. And I didn't even talk about the addiction that I overcame in this video, because if you follow my story for long enough, you know that I struggled with an addiction as well. But like, all of us experience adversity, and my purpose on this planet is to inspire you to chase your dreams. And so many people don't actually speak out what they want in life, and they don't go after what they want because they're afraid they're not going to make it. They're afraid they're not going to make it, and I get it, because I had those fears too this entire prep. I did. But I just suffocated those fears with work ethic, resilience, and commitment. It's almost like when you're on a diet and you're eating, chicken, vegetables, and protein, and you go out to the store and you see a fucking pizza. It's like you could eat the pizza, or you could stick to your plan. And if you stick to your plan, you're gonna get to your goals. And if you eat the pizza, you're gonna get further away from your goals. So that concept applies to the physical world, but it also applies to the mental world. Because all of us have dreams, goals, and ambitions, and these things that we want to achieve. And if we can just keep those things in our mind, then we'll be successful. But a lot of us, what we do is we'll be thinking about our dreams, goals, and the things that we want, and then we'll think to ourselves, I'm not gonna make it. That's not possible. I don't have the physique. I'm not lean enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not talented enough, which is basically eating the pizza when you're on the diet. And the diet is like, stay focused on the fucking vision. Like stay focused on the thing that you want, stay focused on the end in mind. And that is literally all I've done this entire prep, is stayed focused on the end in mind. And I had the courage to speak it into existence. And again, the reason that a lot of us don't do this, and I have this fear as well, so I can relate to you, is I'm like, what if I speak it into existence and then this happens, and then this happens, or somebody judges me, or fuck all of that. Fuck it. Say what you want. Think about it all the time. Put all of your actions towards it, and you will achieve it. You'll be like the train that's on the tracks, set on a destination, and once you start the fucking train and it's moving, like a car could go right in front of the train and the train would just plow right through it. That's you. That's your spirit. That's your human power. That's your God-given ability to, and that's your connection to the universe. Another thing I realized on this prep is there's 3 different elements to me, okay? There's my mind, there's my body, and then there's my soul. And knowing the difference between the 3 things is very fucking important. Because your mind will play tricks on you if you allow it to. It will tell you that you're not good enough, not talented, not worthy, not deserving enough of success. Your body will also play tricks on you too. It'll say that you're tired, that you need to sleep in, that you need a little bit more rest, that you need to chill. And your soul, man, your soul is the thing that you're not tapping into. Your soul is that willingness to go another fucking mile. Your soul is that thing that keeps you in the fucking game when you want to quit. Your soul, your spirit is that fucking power that you feel when you're going all in towards your goals, dreams, and ambitions. And for me at this prep, it's this is the first time I've aligned my mind, body, and my soul all in one area. Boom! With one fucking singular focus, one singular target going all in. And it's been a beautiful experience. And tomorrow, you guys get to watch, well, tomorrow for me, you guys, the next vlog, you guys get to watch me manifest a vision that I've had for the last 6 months. And I honestly feel like I'm already the champion. And it's a beautiful feeling. I wanted to quit many, 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 many times, but I didn't. And that's the unlock that you didn't want to hear. The key to success is to never fucking stop. If the plan isn't working, don't ditch the fucking plan, make adjustments. If the pathway isn't leading to where you want, don't fucking sit the fuck down. Get the fuck up and find another pathway. If the person that you're following, the guide that you're following is leading you in the wrong direction, then find a new fucking guide so that you can get to your destination. But do not compromise on the destination. The pathway might change in order to get there, but never fucking compromise on the destination. Don't lower your standards to meet your reality. Raise your standards to meet your vision. And that's what we did on this prep, is we raised the fucking bar. And I promise you, on stage, you guys are gonna watch a different version of Brian Mark, because I raised the fucking bar. I raised the fucking standard. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. And I'm excited for you guys to watch it all fucking come together. Let's fucking go.